So I get there, I'm frazzled because I'm running late, and I walk in and it's just ass and thighs in my face. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sesali, also known as Bad Fat Black Girl. I'm a writer, I'm an entertainment journalist, I'm a trap feminist, and we need to talk about this real hot girl shit.
Real hot girl shit.
So I told y'all when I first started this channel that I love making Thee Stallion. I just really feel like she's my little sister who actually learned from all my mistakes and just glowed up to be the bad bitch that I was supposed to be. And then God was like, and I'm gonna give her knee strength. And I'm just so proud. So I've actually met Megan 3 times. I've interviewed her twice. And so today I want to spill the tea on what she's really like in person and what I think the key to kind of her glow up and her success is. This is a longer video, so before we get into this real hot girl shit, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, okay? Also, while y'all do that, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this press on that fell off back onto my nails. But seriously, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, get in tune. I plan on talking more about my experiences in the entertainment space, talking more about just what it means to be a black girl, a fat girl, a baddie, and just talking shit in general. You're gonna love it here. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss any updates and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so the first time I met Megan Thee Stallion was in 2018. I was working at Refinery 29 as an entertainment writer, and I had been pitching her for months. I was pitching her not only at work, but also just in my personal life. I was listening to nothing but Tina Snow. I was telling all of my friends about this girl, and I really wanted to interview her and write about her. But as y'all probably heard from recent events, Refinery 29 is a pretty white space, so it was a little bit of an uphill battle trying to convince them to cover this up and coming rapper from Houston. Funny story though, I literally had similar conversations with them in 2016 where I had to beg them to cover Cardi B. Now they track everything Cardi B does, and they are doing similar things with Megan Thee Stallion now, but you know, that ain't my business. Anyway, they figured out a way to make it happen with Megan Thee Stallion, which I was super grateful for. And not only that, they were budgeting for us to do a photo shoot with her. So that meant that not only will we be able to do an interview with her, that we would be able to have original photo content, which is always a plus. If you actually go back and look at Megan's press clips, we were actually one of the first major women's outlets to interview her and to give her a full spread in that way. So that was actually that's actually probably one of the highlights of my career as an entertainment journalist. Just the fact that there was this artist that I really did believe in, and I was able to help someone else kind of see that vision, and then to watch her success just grow. It's really makes me proud that I was able to be a part of that. But as all of this was happening, I didn't think that I was gonna meet her. Here's the thing about big interviews. For those of you who don't work in media, when you read, let's say, an interview in a magazine or an interview on a website, sometimes where those pictures were taken or the day that those pictures were taken is not the same day that the interview gets done. Because celebrities are so busy and they're trying to figure out where they're going to be on this day and their schedule is packed back to back, what is the priority is to get them in with the photographer, because it requires them to be in a space and at a time physically, but they can do an interview from anywhere via Skype, over the phone. So I have been a part of a lot of interviews where we have had a big photo shoot for an artist, but I didn't necessarily get to meet them because they were busy. For example, when I profiled Janelle Monáe for Refinery 29, I met her when she was on set for the photo shoot. It was just a very quick hello and goodbye. We didn't get a chance to talk, but we ended up doing the full interview over the phone a week or so later. So that's usually how that goes. So when I found out that we finally booked Megan for the photo shoot, I still wasn't sure that I was going to be able to meet her in person. But I kept telling the producer, if we book this in New York, I really think that the chemistry, it'll just be better if we can do it in person, if I can meet her, while we're on the set. I think that it just makes for a better interview. And yeah, I was fangirling a little bit and wanting to meet Megan Thee Stallion, but that also is true. You have better chemistry with the person when you can sit down with them in person, and I think that the conversation just goes better when you can really connect with them on a one-on-one level, face to face, as opposed to them maybe being sidetracked doing other things while talking to you on the phone. So the creative director set it all up, and she was like, yeah, okay, this is the day, we're gonna do it here, come through. And I wasn't nervous because by this point I had been, you know, covering entertainment for about 2 years. I had met celebrities before, and I still don't really get nervous when I'm meeting a celebrity. I think in this case, this was somebody that I did want to meet, so I was just really hopeful that she was going to be as cool in person. I'm like, she cannot be talking all this hot girl shit and like not be cool as fucking person. I was like texting my homegirls like, it's gonna happen, I'm finna meet Meg. So like I was super excited about it, but I wasn't nervous. So I get to the studio where they doing the shoot or whatever. I see my coworkers. Megan is actually still in the process of getting her hair done. Shout out to my girl Susie. She's the best hair braider in New York. That's where we met for the first time. And I see my coworkers, I say hello to them first. And I kind of start working my way around the room. I don't immediately go up to Megan Thee Stallion. And the reason I do that is because whenever you have talent and you just never know kind of, you know, you want them to feel comfortable because there's a lot that needs to get done and you want them to be comfortable. So I didn't know if maybe she had asked for a little bit of alone time, if she had needed a little bit of space. You just never kind of want to crowd them. I mean, I also didn't want to look like a damn fool running up like, oh my God.
No, please. I'm in love with you.
That's just weird. I would never do that. Oh, I speak to Megan's stylist. Shout out to Todd. And I actually ended up spending most of my time while I was on set with Holly, who is Megan's mother. And we just kind of sat in the back and we had our snacks, and we actually talked about quite a bit. Like, fun fact, the day of this shoot was the day after Megan signed with 300. So everyone was definitely riding a high of Megan being freshly signed, and we were just talking about that, and we were talking about press, and I was telling her that I might be getting a new job soon, so we exchanged phone numbers so that, you know, we could work together again in the future. Because we kind of had like built a little bit of rapport, I think that Holly trusted my perspective because she could tell that I wasn't just a journalist who was like assigned to this story. She could tell that I really liked Megan's music, that I was really like a fan of Megan's body of work. So I think she kind of valued my opinion in a different way. Holly was just a really lovely woman before she passed away. But also in terms of Megan's success, what I can say is that Holly believed in her daughter and knew her daughter was a fucking superstar, and she was willing to do anything to prepare Megan to continue to go up. Like, that was very evident just from the conversation that we were having. So it was just really dope to talk to her, and honestly, like, it was an honor to be able to witness that little sliver of their relationship that I got to see, and to see their dynamic and how they work together. It was really beautiful. Anyway, I did end up talking to Megan. I walked up while she was still in the chair, and I just said, hey, I'm Sesali, I'm the writer. I'm the one who's going to be doing the interview and I'm writing the piece. And she had that very, like, I don't know if it's like a Southern thing, but like, she was just warm. Like, she didn't say like, oh, hi, I'm Megan. Or I'm sure she did say that, but I feel like she was like, hey. Like, it was like very like as if like I was at her house or she was at my house, you know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't like just super stuffy, if that makes sense. So I also introduced myself to the photographer, who is Munachi. Also, fun fact, Munachi and Megan met at that Refinery 29 photo shoot, and then he went on to direct her Big Old Freak and Realer videos. So I love that I was a part of them connecting in some way. It turned out to be really dope. Anyway, photo shoot starts. I let Megan do her thing in front of the camera. I'm in the back kikiing with Holly, you know, kind of talking to my coworkers a little bit. And I got nervous because there came a point where we had played through like a playlist. You know, usually at photo shoots there's music playing just to set the vibe. And we got to a point where we had gone through a couple playlists, and somebody asked Megan what she wanted to hear, and she was like, I want to hear my shit. And I was like, damn. Because anybody who knows me knows that if I hear a single chord of Tina Snow, I'm going in with the full lyrics to the full song, and then probably the song after that. Like, and it's especially back then when I was listening to it literally every single day, all day. So I'm like, shit, like, I want to be professional. I don't want people to think that I'm not fit to be on this set. But at the end of the day, if Tina Montana come on, it's bitch, but pretty please. I want you to come say something to me. I really been itching to go the fuck off. I put this Giuseppe Hill in your mouth. Like, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to see it through. You know what I mean? Like, that is just how my brain and body are connected to interact with each other when they hear that particular body of work, okay? And that's pretty much what happened. I'm standing behind the photographer like, little Thundercat, throw it back. You can handle that. I don't want to talk. Let's a nigga finna throw a stack. I'm going off. And I'm like, damn, she finna think I'm a clown. I was like, this girl is gonna think that I'm a whole clown. And she starts like gassing me up. Like, okay, yes. And that's when I was like, oh, I like this girl. She's with the shits. She did not judge me for doing my shit. So we did the interview. The conversation flowed very naturally, very candidly. My favorite rapper better than yours. Hello. I ended up getting everything that I needed before they were even done finishing all the looks that they wanted to shoot. So I left, but before we left, like, we took a picture together and she gave me a hug and thanked me, and it was lovely. Like, it was real cute, real professional the first time I met her. Another thing I say about how Megan has excelled in the industry is that when I read a lot of interviews that Megan has done since then, in the couple years since that very first interview I did, I see a lot of consistency in terms of the stories that she tells and in terms of what she talks about. So she definitely has her talking points around confidence and women being better than men, and that little bitch in second or third grade who was bullying her, and she had to overcome that fear and check her to, you know, understand who she really was, and wanting to write horror and all of these things. I mean, obviously those are just things that are a part of her story, but the fact that she has those talking points as a consistent part of the narrative that she wants to tell about herself, and she had that already established back then, it let me know that she wasn't just ready artistically, but like, she was ready for the industry, she was ready for the game. So I think that is one of the things that I would definitely say about Megan, is that she was prepared for this. Like, she was ready to just hop off the porch and go get it. Now, the second time we met is when I got to meet kind of turn up Meg. So I did end up getting that new job that I was telling Holly about the first time I met Meg. And I started at Nylon as senior entertainment editor, and Megan was actually set to perform at our showcase at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. And I was scheduled to do an interview with her earlier in the day. So I get to the hotel where she's staying. That's where we were going to do the interview. I'm frazzled because it's hot as fuck in Texas and I was running late. So I was like nervous. I'm feeling bad because, you know, I don't want to seem unprofessional, but like, traffic was just crazy. It was my first time at South by Southwest. I did not know to anticipate that much traffic just trying to get from point A to point B, and they were like really close to each other. It took me so long. So I get there, I'm frazzled because I'm running late, and I walk in and it's just ass and thighs in my face. Because Megan is in the room with her homegirls turning up on live. If you were following Megan at this time around March 2019, if you caught that live, you probably saw me because I was in the live when we first started it. She was like, y'all want to watch me do my interview? That was like a really beautiful moment too, because I also think that part of what is doing Megan well is that she keeps people around her that make her feel comfortable and people that she trusts. And, you know, looking around the room to like, oh, see girls who are like, oh, this is a girl who was in the video, and like, this is a person I heard her reference before. This is a person who me and Holly joked about, you know, when I talked about following her on Instagram. There aren't actually a lot of celebrities who get to move like that with people around them that they've had for a while. So that was just like really dope to see. But later on that night, Megan had a hottie party. It was after she performed at our showcase, which was very cute. I got to like watch it from the side of the stage. That was also a really dope moment because like Lizzo was like in the crowd, like watching Megan perform. Like, so many people who were at South by Southwest came to this showcase to like see her perform. Like, that's how excited people were about her. They knew what was up and how she was coming. But later on that night, she has this party. She rents out this big house, and when I tell you, it was packed wall to wall, but it still felt like a college party. It was like a bunch of just red cups and liquor on the counters, people passing joints over this huge crowd of people. You just see Megan and her friends like elevated because they're standing on the couches, throwing ass, of course, driving the boat. What else would they be doing? It was just really like dope. I unfortunately got too high. Got paranoid in front of all the people, had to leave.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Has that ever happened to y'all where you like at what should be like a dope function or just where you should be having the time of your life and then like something happens and you just are ready to go? No? Okay. Well, that's what happened to me. So the last time I saw Meg, which was a few months after that, it was also at a hottie party. It was also a turn up. I was not there for work and I was ready for the party this time, okay? She was performing in Miami at Rolling Loud. I was on vacation and I was going to Rolling Loud before I flew out to Barbados. She rented out this house in Miami and it was this one was like really cute, and also this hottie party was like themed. Everyone had on like these cute swimsuits and shit like that, like her and all her friends she bought out. So obviously she had her friends there, a lot of her friends that I recognized, but she also bought out like all the bad bitches. Like Trina was there with Bobby, Asian Brat was there, Queen Key was there, Young Baby Tate was there, Amaya Scott was there. Like literally all of these women in the industry were there to celebrate with Megan because Rolling Loud was a really big booking for her. It was one of her first big festival bookings. But at that party, I was ready. I was driving the boat. Drive the boat. Drive the boat. I was turning up. Like I actually had a really, really dope time. I think after Rolling Loud, Megan was going to like Turks and Caicos or something. She was also flying out to the Caribbean. So we ended up being at gates right next to each other at the airport when we were flying out. And I saw her the next day, and bitch, when I tell you we was both tagged, I had peeped a couple people like come up to her in the airport who recognized her, like just trying to take a picture. And I like walked over just to say like, oh, it was good seeing you again, sis, you know, safe travels. And I could tell that she was, you know, about to try to like stand up to like greet me. I was like, don't even get up. Like just, it's fine, sis. Like neither one of us has the energy right now. I would have to say that like from the few times that I have met her and interacted with her, Megan really does enjoy seeing women feel good about themselves, enjoying themselves, being confident. She has that kind of energy that you only get when you are intentional about choosing to spend time in the company of Black women. Some of y'all don't got that, and that I'm gonna add y'all to my prayer list. But she really does get a lot of her energy from being in the company of Black women. Like, I don't know, that is something that I recognize in her because I'm also that type of person. And I think that comes off in her music, it comes off in her personality, and it comes off when you are around her. And I really appreciate her for that. So I'm just saying, if you want your ass to wiggle like that, you might want to start hanging around some Black women. But what do I know? I don't know. Anyway, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.